Arr. I gave up on the stream thing. We're just going to record this offline. OBS isn't working or Twitch isn't working, and I can't be bothered to fix it. Every time. I already clicked through this a bit, but we're going to re-click it so we got it on the video. So our Mr. Wooden Nose is having a bad time. And that's his son, and then... What's with the cutlasses? This was got a shinier edge. This was got a dull edge. Shiny edge. I'm guessing that's a way to try and identify people a bit. So Alistair Sims appears to have won the vote, for whatever that means. Who that is, I don't yet know. You're no captain! You couldn't find gold in the gunner's gob. Mutiny on our hands. And that's about all we got. So we need to figure out who's who. That's going to be a hell of a job. Not much information back there, so what does the future have for us? That's our Baldy. He's got the harpoon in him, so he's drowned. Not sure who that is, but they got a dagger in their chest. Captain's been shot in the face. This guy's got an axe chopped into him. The ship's had a bad time. Found the ship's log and it contains the name of that bosun we saw mentioned in the battered cod. Oh boy. This is a fancy gun. Is that an actual gun? It looks like it's like a jade ornament. Odd. A ruby ring. I'm guessing these two are a couple. We have all the words now. Okay. So first we gotta figure out who's who. And that's gonna be a hell of a job. But who's who? How the hell do I figure that out? We have... So Captain Triton is dead. And we know from the tally that Alistair Sims has tried to take over that role. Alistair Sims was the first mate. So I'm going to assume, we can assume he was indeed the first mate. This guy's the cook. That much we know. But from there, things get more odd. So first off, she gives the clue. You couldn't find gold in the gunner's gob. I'm guessing he's the gunner because he's got the golden tooth. So that gets us a little bit forward. Okay, then we have the whole Swift still using cutlass made of cheap low-grade metal. Replaced soon. So peg leg, hold on. There was a thing there. This guy, Garner's nose and horn's leg. So this is our carpenter. And from the book, Eleazar Garner was the bosun, and Stefan Garner was the powder monkey. So we're getting the rolls down, little by little. 6 left, so who's who? So somebody's supposed to have a really low grade cutlass. Lane, Nunda, and Valerio's cutlass is blunt. Lane, Nunda, and Valerio. William Nunda, second mate. Lane, navigator. Valerio, gunner. And if we go back here, yeah, he's got a dull. What's the final guy? Swift. So this guy, this guy, and this guy have the 3 shitty cutlasses. Could that be the rigger? Brooks, ropes, and sails. Oh, great. We have to... This is actually just like the Return of the Obra Dinn. We have to do the whole murder mystery thing. Figure out who killed who and how. This guy had the peg leg. So he's Horn. And Horn, Sebastian Horn, helmsman. And hold on, if this guy has the cutlass inspection, so he's in charge of weapons. Ezekiel Parker, Master at Arms. I'm gonna say that's the rigger, probably. But then, who does that leave us? Who is she for this ship? Who is this guy? He's one of the guys with the low-quality cutlass. Lane, Nunda, and Valerio. I'm losing track of the olden names. I'm really bad with this stuff. Navigator, second mate, and gunner. Well, we know the gunner has already been solved. We probably have the rigger. So this guy is probably either the navigator or the second mate. There we go. That didn't take much. We were close enough. Okay, now we know who's who. So we gotta figure out who's killed who. Let's get these weapons listed out here. So weapons could be harpoon, dagger, cutlass, kukri, axe, pistol, cleaver. Let's start with those for now. Cannonball could be one. I think he was very much shot. This guy was hit with the cleaver. And so he was taken out by the cook, I guess. Then we start to get into more mysterious things. So who's who? He's got the gold earring. And he ends up on the floor here. So he's the carpenter. Who kills him? He's got a dagger in the eye. Good question. Who the hell kills him? These are kind of hard to identify. Like, sure, this guy was killed with a dagger. That gives us the weapon. Though we could also have those like traps where it looks like somebody was killed with something, but we don't know for sure. Also, making sure based on this image alone that you get the right person is kind of tricky. So this guy here is this guy here. So he's the Master at Arms. And he was killed by probably this guy. The positioning would match. And the weapon was the pistol. Who's the guy who's got his skull split open? It's this guy. Well, we know where he came from. And the whole skull split open actually kind of gives us a clue. So he is the second mate. We look into the history. Well, I'm going to guess it's the helmsman who takes him out then. Using the axe to split his skull. So there's 3 people here now, but then there's 4 skeletons here. The axe is here again. This is where the axe ends up. So I'm going to guess the helmsman has a role to play here as well. But who's the victim? They have the shattered cutlass, actually. So they're probably Swift. And Swift was the sailmaker. So I'm going to guess that's them. This person has a broken... I'm assuming that's a cutlass blade in them. Silver ring on the finger. Who had a silver ring on the hand? Hard to say. It looks kind of meaningful, though. He has it. Oh, that's where he ends up, then. So, actually, this corpse is him. So there's our rigger. And he's killed with a cutlass, assumedly by the sailmaker? This is going into the realm of guessing. Or I guess we kind of have to. And I think he had a dagger on him. Yep, so then... come back to here. And this guy's probably killed by the rigger. I think that pretty much covers the indoor skeleton. So that leaves us with... where is this skeleton? It's not him. There's a skeletal arm down here, which belongs to this guy. And he's got a gold necklace around his neck. He's got it as well. So wait, he emerges from below. Who kills him? It pretty much has to be. Would then that also be an axe that chops off the hand? And then the helmsman is killed by a dagger. Who's dagger? This guy doesn't seem like he's going to be stabbing multiple people, so who's outdoors? What is the chain of events here? So let's assume this guy chops this guy in the head in self-defense, emerges out, gets chopped by the helmsman, because he's on a rampage. Am I just going to say that the cook killed this guy? Something's very incorrect. More than two things are incorrect. Oh no. Trying to piece together the events from the skeletons alone is going to be a pain in the ass. Hold on, let's see if we can pull things from here. So the first mate was elected the ship's new captain, voted in by... Oh no. Oh no. So who was running? William Nunda was the second in running. So the second mate. Escaped with the what? The map. Okay, so this is all coming down to the map. Again. I think we need to try to build the faction list here. So who's on whose side? So we have the first mate and the second mate leading two factions. And we can safely say who's on whose side. Let's see. What can I deduce from here? The gunner and the cook are on opposite sides, but who's on who? Hard to say. It's going to come down to figuring out who got chopped up by who. The Master at Arms and the Rigger are on opposite sides as well. The Powder Monkey doesn't get the vote, so that we can discount them. We know the carpenter and the sailmaker seem to be on the same side, which is with the second mate. Let's go back to... You and your followers lost the vote. So we know the helmsman was on this side. Well, that puts the master-at-arms at this side as well, because the rigger shot them. But wait. We are wanted in the captain's quarters. That kind of throws a wrench in my theory. Hold on. Oh, this is... I'll nudge the bosun and the navigator to that side. This is... I'm not so sure about anything. So, for example, we know that the gunner and the cook... You may outnumber us, but we're twice the sailors. Surrender now. So he's on the losing side. Which puts the cook on the other side. So I think that gives us the list here. Let's see. Two or fewer are incorrect. I think I have the rigger on the wrong side. Because he's like, quick now, we're wanted in the captain's quarters. Oh, yeah. Of course. So that means the master-at-arms is on that side. So I got him on the wrong side. And the rigger is on this side. Got him. Okay, now I know who's on whose side. So we can kind of deduce who didn't kill who. Because we, for example, we know that same faction people don't kill each other. And this might actually clarify things, so... Hold on, I can actually just sort this list out so it's clearer for me. There. So I can use this as my verification list. So we know the first mate seems to have been killed by the sailmaker. Probably. With a pistol. They're shot in the face. And the gunner is chopped by the cook. The carpenter gets stabbed by the rigger who comes in later. The rigger gets stabbed by the sailmaker with the poor quality blade. that checks out for me so far. The sailmaker gets chopped in the face with the axe. Where does the helmsman end up? The helmsman I've put... Yeah, he ends up here. Stabbed. Who stabs him? I've put that down as the cook. Wait, so maybe the gunner manages to wound the cook. But he manages to come up on deck with an arm missing. His arm is left down here. So he somehow manages to climb up the ladder with one arm. And then survives somehow? Apparently we're close, because that kukri was right. Hold on, so if I... Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So I have one incorrect somewhere, basically, at this point. We know there's one missing. Excuse me. So we have one death that's incorrect somehow. Which is it? Okay, I'm gonna... That we know to be the cookery. We're gonna do the brute forcing thing again. I'm just gonna check if it's one of the weapons. Because I wouldn't imagine so. Yeah. 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 Okay. All the weapons are correct, so the only thing that I have incorrect somewhere is who killed who. I'm pretty sure we have all the identities correct, so it's more like who's killed who. I think it's this, who killed the helmsman. When the hell does the sailmaker have time? Hold on. So I guess he ends up in here. Takes out the sailmaker and the rigger. Or no, that's the sailmaker and the second mate. But in that scuffle, he gets stabbed. Okay, hold on. She has the dagger, so that dagger went unaccounted for, and that's what I missed. Okay. Okay. Who's missing here? Hold on, I'm gonna go back to... It's the sailor guy who's missing. His name was... Radigan Olita. So he went below deck, having spotted a gem through a grating, which would make sense. Shiny gem. Someone, something to something. Toppled a ladder, which... Someone, something to something, which something to something, so Redigan Olita fell. Because I'm pretty sure he fell off the ladder. Hit his head, that's what the bloody mark here is. So he hit his head, and then fell off into the sea through the hole. Pulled the net. The net's been pulled, which topples the ladder. Someone pulled a net, which toppled a ladder. 2 or fewer incorrect. Two or fewer incorrect, so very close with this already. Before being pulled into the sea? He didn't just topple himself over, he was specifically pulled. Several hours after losing the vote, William Nunn destroyers launched a coordinated attack on Alistair Sim's faction. On the deck, Nunn and the Master at Arms ambushed the helmsman, thinking they had him outnumbered. They didn't realize the rigger was above them, making it a fair fight, which they lost. Everyone killed one another, apart from the bosun and his son, who escaped with the map. A century later, expedition team found the shipwreck. Redigan Olita was lured into a trap and dragged into the sea. And from there, we'll pick up in the next one.